Dolly Deadly was the new girl. Most new girls are a little intimidated at first. They keep their mouths shut. The young girls loved her, but not us older girls. We hated her!
And now I am back for my revenge.
Benji. Kill them, Benji. Kill them.
Hey Rad World, welcome back to Spoiling Dead. Yeah, this show is brought to you by Garage House Studios, Rad Entertainment, HM&M Films, you know, all that jazz. We got Midwest Action Fest coming up here in the near future, so be sure to check the description below for some tickets for that. Also, that trailer you just saw was the trailer for Kill Dolly Kill, the new Trauma picture that we're a part of, as well as Wretched Productions and HM&M Films. So yeah, check that out. Go to Trauma's page, give that trailer some love, and let's kick it off to your host, Rebecca Erb.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Spoiling Dead. Remember, Daniel Murphy here, the man, was with me. So in last night's amazing episode, there is definitely more to Trash Lady Jadis than what we thought. Did you check out those living quarters?
Oh my God.
Man. Carol and Morgan are still dealing with the past, and Rick's word isn't good anymore, but I'm not really sure if anybody's word was good in the apocalypse. This is Spoiling Dead, and let's talk about last night's episode. Still gotta mean something. So it opened up with a little Jadis flashback with Simon's heapster assassination, which is actually really interesting to go back and see how she survived, because I just figured that they kept her alive for like a little punishment. So I enjoyed that.
I like that she did that, and it
for sure,
just added a new element to her.
Completely agree, like because she definitely can take. Yeah, exactly. She can definitely take care of herself.
I feel like she's trained. I feel like she's military. I feel like there's something about her where she's had to survive,
for sure,
and that's why she's out there. She's infiltrating, maybe. I don't know why she's part of the group. I love now that she has this new element.
Yeah,
really do.
I am really starting to like her, because at first I was a little annoyed, but with everything, I mean, there's getting to be meat to her character. You have to
be somebody tough to grind up all your friends.
Oh my gosh, and like even like have the right mind of like just even doing that. Like that's the only way that she would survive, you know? Like that does take a different mindset.
She's somebody special.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Tony, what do you think of this new side of Jadis?
I think it's pretty great, honestly. The whole bit with her with the helicopter was pretty crazy, because I didn't, like, you know, we've seen the helicopter in the past, and then, you know, that moment made me think, oh no, like, I mean, like, she's somebody. She's,
for sure.
Like, she has connections, like, because she was ready with that flare, and then, you know, then
how do you think
Negan
they
got a hold of it.
arranged that, Tony? Do you think that was something like it was a time and a place? I mean, obviously they're not. How are they communicating? Do you think? How? I mean, at this point, it could be anything. If she's got a helicopter in her back pocket,
right?
Like,
maybe they have. I mean, maybe they have a radio, but you would think that she would have jumped on it and called them and been like, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah, there's definitely more to the situation than what we have gathered. I mean, she has the timer on her watch. I mean, there's definitely a meticulous plan.
Thing. So there's a solid plan there. Obviously,
there's like a system to it.
The helicopter has been there before, so we know now that it went there.
Right.
And that she's got this secret house. Like,
yeah, I was just gonna say, what do you think this nice trailer tells us about her?
I mean, I think obviously the heapsters are a complete front. Like she is powerful
like
enough
the
to
dump is a front
she's
to
done
like
that and created that, and that's how she's living and surviving.
But I mean, she opened up one of the random file cabinets in a previous episode and grabbed like all that food. I think it was like applesauce or something like that. Like
she's
whatever it was. Like it's definitely more to the eye.
They're probably the ones that you would suspect the least because they live in a trash hole.
And well, nobody's gonna go to the dump.
Who wants to go to the dump?
Even in
Especially when
Apocalypse,
she's
you
got
want to
all
go to
these
the dump because there's
crazy
not really
zombie
gonna
traps.
be anything. Yeah.
I mean, that group's weird. Nobody wants to be around a group like that. They're
So-
but it was all developed and crafted so well
Yeah.
to protect her obviously secret identity, which is great.
Secret identity. I like the way that that's going.
I
like
mean-
something. Do you think that the rest of them had the same living quarters as she did? Or was she the
No.
queen bee?
I
Because
think-
they always reminded me of a beehive, especially how they
She's the
would
queen,
walk about
exactly.
and like
It's-
their demeanor
Yeah,
and everything.
she's the queen. I don't think any of them had. I think they had places like that, but
Yeah.
nothing was lined in wood and looking all OCD like her shit was.
Yeah, I mean it was nice in there.
But man, I bet when I saw that, I'm just like I'm like, what in the
I know.
fuck is
I
going
know.
on here?
Well, and it's so great because even in the dialogue, and we figure out that Negan is all tied up, and he's like, "What the shit? No, really, tell me what the
Okay,
shit." Like it's so great. Like
Now,
it's had the same reaction.
Obviously, Negan did not see the helicopter thing coming. He had no clue about that.
Oh, for sure.
But do you? So obviously, then that means he clearly really knows nothing about her either, right? She was keeping her act up in front of
well,
him.
the
for
only
most-
the only
I mean, she's
way
got
that
different
they knew
layers
each
now.
other was she went to him to make a deal to
But she was
gang
being
up on Rick
herself.
So, yeah.
She wasn't talking in that silly language with him last night.
Right.
But she
right.
also wasn't being completely honest with him, I think, about who she might really be, right?
I think she
You don't
definitely.
think Negan knows that much about her?
No, but
Right.
she opened up enough. Like she opened up her vulnerable side, just like he did with her.
I can't help but think that that's just all fake too. Like this is just another level of her because she's protecting something massive.
I think that is definitely another level of her, but we're seeing more of who she
But
is
we
than
did
what
also
she
see
was.
all of her friends and family get massacred. So
yeah,
obviously
yeah.
that's going
I
to
mean,
affect anyone.
it's kind of like what we've said before of like these showmans. Like Rick is a showman, like of his in his own right. There's the king that has his own little show and face that he puts on, as well as Negan, and then Jadis. I think, kind of, that was her face, and now we're just seeing a more raw, truer version of her. Even though like
They're all in a strange way, without using this word, they're all cults. They're all their own little communities
for sure. Yeah.
that are run in their own way, all exempt to the law because they all have their own version of it.
Yeah.
So it is clever to see how many of them how many different ways they can do that within one show, and the fact that her group was just a farce. I mean, we knew it had to be, and we've talked about their language and stuff like that, and how it became to be that. But I never saw this coming. Never.
Yeah, it's I really like the direction that it's going because there's just so much mystery. And what I like is like we got introduced to Jadis with mystery. So like you said, with her vulnerable side that we're seeing right now, that's just another layer. Like there's still a mystery about her, and I'm so excited to see where that's where that's gonna go.
Do you guys think that she's part of maybe the New World Order?
That's what the first thing that
it
comes to
kinda
mind is that.
Yeah,
Just
mine
because
too.
it seems like that's the direction they're going. But then when I think that, this is what puzzles me. When I think that, then I'm trying to think back, like, obviously if she has that kind of connection, what's her purpose for being there? Is she looking for people to bring back? Is she just out there?
What if she's an outcast of the New World Order and then just had to call in backup at the end because she failed?
What if she's the daughter of the people in charge of it or something along the lines of that? Like, that's the thing. Like, there has to be issues with why she's there, but she is also behind them is some secret base.
Well, yeah, I mean, like she
they
has
could be
solar
right on the
panels
doorstep of it all.
that Simon has discussed, and we've seen the helicopter there before, like when
Right, they
Rick
had
and the
that
group was
landing
there,
pad.
like back. Well, that too. I don't know if she's really necessarily an outcast because they
Yeah, I
definitely
don't know
have a
about that either.
system of like she has her timer
Yeah.
every day or every
There's drops
day of,
made, or there's arranged visits.
There's an arranged visit every so many days or
Which
every
would
day at
mean
this
that
time
her
is when we
group
come.
would have known for sure.
Oh yeah.
How do you not hear a
Oh,
helicopter?
yeah.
But how has
Yeah.
nobody yet? I mean, I guess it's the same as we say all the time. How's
Well,
this
I mean,
not
Rick
happened
has.
yet? How's nobody-
Rick has
But
seen
they've-
the
yeah,
helicopter.
They gave us
Not
that.
only like has he seen it recently, but he saw it back in
But
season
Negan's
1.
people are
That's
seeing
what brought him
everything.
more into the city. So like this helicopter has been a thing the entire show.
But do you think Negan knows about the helicopter?
No.
But
Because
how-
he like the look on his face.
Yeah, but how would he
And-
not have seen it by now? He was surprised by it, definitely. I mean, he didn't know it was coming.
I mean, aside from the sound that helicopter makes, you would be surprised how
Loud.
little people look up.
Yeah, but they're loud.
That's what I'm saying. Aside from the sound, you know, it just had to have been off in the distance
Especially
enough.
If you're not expecting one to fly over.
I mean,
Right, but especially the sound in a world that they live in. The world they live in is silent. Like
Yeah,
there's
you'd
no
hear it.
busy streets. There's no
I have
nothing.
a
You'd
hard
hear it
time
from
believing
so
that-
far away.
that if I'm just trying to, what I'm trying to do is understand the arrangement that she has with this pickup. Like, if she's communicating with them via these helicopter drops, then somebody has to have heard that before. As much surveillance as Negan's
I'm
got
not too
everywhere.
worried about that side of things until we learn more about what's going on. Like, once we kind of figure going on and know their system and know exactly what this all entails, then I'll be kind of looking at like, well, how come nobody's seen
right.
this? How come is it only Rick that's seen it?
But the fact,
you know,
the
type
fact,
of thing.
The
But
fact
I'm
that
not
I'm
even
trying to
worried
figure
about
it
that
out,
right
I'm
now.
just really,
Right.
really intrigued by it.
Oh
all.
my gosh, yeah. I love where it's going. I mean, there's like the last couple of episodes before this one, I mean, were great. I'm never disappointed in the show, but they weren't really a hit for me. This one was totally a hit. There were so many like like moments and like you're thinking of what's going to
Just some
happen
good
next and you're not really
twists,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. It
But,
was really
but
good.
they left you hanging for a while. Like, there were a few times,
yeah.
as I watch it with Tony, there's a few times I just kind of looking over at him, like, speechless, like, dude, can you explain this? What is going on here?
Yeah.
You know, but it was nice. It was cool.
Very nice, yeah.
Refreshing.
Oh yeah, completely agree.
Yeah.
So we're back at the hilltop and, you know, get a little dialogue between Tara and Dwight, and she is obviously okay, and they're smart enough to know that it's been a day or so, a little over a day.
Tara and Daryl, you mean?
She's fine.
Yeah, Tara
I
Daryl.
put Tara and
good
Daryl.
Daryl.
I even put Dwight.
Good
I don't know
Daryl.
why. Anyway, so there was a little bit more of like what you guys have somewhat of an issue with, of them trying to like kind of like double check what they have created with the whole, you know, getting the blood and guts on the weapons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Daryl says like, it's not a bite. It doesn't, you know, sometimes nothing happens. Did you guys catch that?
I did
Did you have
catch
an
that.
issue with them trying to still patch up what they did?
I guess
Because they're still trying to explain it and make it like...
it is what it is
You know
at this
what I
point,
mean?
and that's how they've explained it, and it is what it is.
Right,
So
right.
I
I'm gonna have to
like
just
the
deal with it.
line. I like the line, though. I like that line when Daryl says that, because in my mind, even with all the skepticism I have, I went, okay, it doesn't work all the time. All right.
yeah, like it's still, they're still trying to patch
And
it up
you
and make
yeah.
you like, hey, it's just one of those
Right.
things
You do have
that's
to think
how...
of the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
You're just a small cluster of people. All right, you know, it is now that. So
Yeah,
we're going to roll with it.
yeah,
50-50.
yeah.
Except
right?
it was more like
50-50.
99-1.
Oh gosh. So Michonne is reading her letter for I don't know how many times, and Rick is still refusing to read his. And you know, I mean, I really kind of thought that he had read his letter, and you know, read both Negan's and his letter, but he's only have read Negan's, so it just kind of makes sense that he's still having such a hard time not doing the right thing, because all he has read is Negan's. That's only fueling the fire for
No,
him.
that's what he wants. He doesn't want to read Carl's until he feels like he's done enough damage and got it out of his system. If he reads Carl's, he knows it'll shut him down right away. He knows it.
You
That's
think
why
that?
that's why he read Negan's first. He wanted to get angry because he still wants to take it out on
I
someone.
don't know if he was like subconscious. I don't know
It
if he
could
was
be
consciously...
subconscious. No, it could be
I think
subconscious.
yeah.
I think it could be, but this is what's happening. Like he's using that to fuel,
Yeah.
his fire,
Yeah.
and he's not going to be happy until he thinks he gets it out of his system. And I think right now he's realized, I can't do it. I can't keep doing this. This is wrong. I think he's come to that realization.
Oh, for sure, because you
But
know, violence
I
for
was
the
shocked
sake of
when he-
violence is not helping. And I think he really thought that I'm just going to get my anger out. I'm going to kill these people that have hurt my people
And it didn't
cause this
work.
for, and it's not
It
working.
made it worse.
So now, since the violence for the sake of violence isn't working, then he's going to his letter
Right.
at the
But
end to Carl for guidance.
This
you
had to
know?
happen in order for him not to kill Negan.
Yeah.
Because if that reaction was Negan, because every time he sees Negan right now, he's just trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So if Negan happened to be in that group, he would have still gone after and taken it out on Negan.
Yeah.
So now once he's got this out of his system and killed people that helped him, like I was shocked that he did that. But I feel like it had to happen
Yeah.
in order for him to reach that realization of like,
I mean, I really thought, like, like Rick has gone down some dark paths, but with that right there,
That guy
I
laying there
really
all
thought
chopped
he
up,
was
dying was awful.
Well, I really thought that he was going to turn around. I was like, oh, this is his moment. He's going to turn around. He's going to show them. But really, when I went back and watched it, he really wasn't going to,
fair,
because even
no.
when that one guy was all of a sudden trying to defend the Saviors for whatever reason, he was like, yeah, I could do that, and then walked away. Like,
Right.
he already had his mindset. He
and
wasn't
that's
even
the problem,
going
and
to.
that's why
yeah.
he knew he can't read
Yeah.
that letter yet, because he knows once he hears Carl's words in that letter, he's not going to be able to do it.
Do you think, since he didn't keep his word like he had told them, like this is a kind of a new type of deception for Rick in a way, because Rick kind of always kept his word in a sense.
But he's in his mind.
But
He's
do you
still
think
keeping
that
his
it
word.
even really matters because it's the apocalypse? Like, whose word can you
It's not
really
that.
like
It's
believe
not that.
in anyway? Like,
I think it's more like I say, if he does read it, it's going to change the direction he's going in. And right now we see him at every moment. He's trying to team up with someone. Well, we'll just do it ourselves then. You know, he did it this last one. Somebody he was talking to, he's like, you and I will just go in and take care of it.
yeah.
You know, and he's just, like you said, his mind is set.
Mm-hmm.
And if he reads that letter, it'll shut him down.
He's very much like Morgan is almost right now. Except
Morgan's a bad influence. He's sitting right there next to him. He's
I
like, well,
know.
Morgan's going to kill him anyway. I might as well get, I got to get out of here. But
Yeah.
he went out of his way to do that. And
For sure. Yeah.
Bad.
And he did. But Morgan's on his own, like, little thing, and we can't blame him for being the bad influence.
But he's not, yeah.
But along with that, like, there was definitely a lot of, like, callback dialogues and scenes and things like that, and that was really nice, like with them talking about when Morgan saved Rick, and then when Morgan almost, like, killed Rick, and he's like, no, you know me, you remember me, I liked the little callback and everything.
It's all part of the build-up for Morgan
sure,
leaving,
yeah. But, and that's another thing, like, I don't feel any tension when Morgan's in a situation, because we all know that he's gonna be okay. like it's still
He will.
interesting to, like, wonder, like, how is he gonna get himself out of this?
I mean, I wasn't worried
but it's just
about
like
them.
you're not worried about him because you know he's gonna be okay.
I wasn't worried about them, which is why it was such a shock when he killed him. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's obviously the moment they were building up to. It's just,
I almost, for a slight second there, felt sorry for Jared. So close.
that
the
was all of
long-haired
Jared's
creep.
friends, wasn't it? Oh, Jared?
The long-haired
Nah,
creep.
no.
For a second, because he's like, please let go. No, just let go. Just let go. I was like, I want to feel bad for you, but I don't.
He deserves it.
He totally deserved it. But little, like, Easter egg, he played a walker in the season 2 finale.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So let's talk about Carol and Morgan while we're kind of on a Morgan tangent. So I just really, really, really love the dialogue between them. I think that was probably one of my favorite moments throughout the whole episode. I have 2 favorite moments, and one of them was just between Carol and Morgan, just because like there was, like, you could see them, like, there's a reason for them to say every single thing that they're saying, and the moment that they're having together, and he went out and found her when she was having her little thing, and that's the only reason that she went out there. She wasn't going out there to look for Henry. She was going out there just for Morgan. I just really love that dialogue, and it was so heartfelt. And, like, the whole thing with Carol and her still dealing with the Sophia thing, and just, like, emotionally opening up to go save Henry, which was so great. And the place that she found him was Sophia's spot that Rick hit her in season 2.
Yeah.
So it's
my
like
goodness.
the whole callback
which
thing.
makes no sense.
I mean,
It's
obviously
obviously
it's
it's not
environment.
it's the exact same spot,
But it's not supposed to be in the same spot.
the same spot. But it's supposed to, like,
They
I know
reused
why
that
they did that,
location.
because she's still holding on to the Sophia thing. She's, Henry kind of resembles that, and she's ran away from it for so long, and
No, it
now
was
we're
good.
kind of seeing,
Good
like,
storytelling.
this. It really is, and it makes me like her character that much more, because we haven't really seen a whole lot of repeats with her like we do with Rick,
Well, the
where
good
he
thing
seems
is-
to, like, oh, he's growing his beard out again, he is going crazy. With Carol, she's constantly been changing since Sophia's
Right.
death, but it's all been because of Sophia, and then she has this moment with Henry, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought that was really good writing, and
I think
I loved it.
The thing
So
with Carol and Morgan is they can almost be themselves around each other because they're very similar as far as personality and being withdrawn and not talking about their feelings and blah 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 blah. So they can actually have this no bullshit connection, a bit like Carol has with the King as well.
Yeah.
But she's trying to make it stronger with Morgan, but Morgan just holds back anyway. So they're very similar with that, personality. So yeah, they've been able to then show us more about them, and yeah, it was good to see that. I like the way Carol changes too. I mean, she's just not one of them like
just flipping back and forth between two different types of...
She just becomes a different person, and now after saving
Yeah.
Henry, that's going to change her yet again.
I know,
because
exactly,
She's been holding on to the Sophia thing for so long, and that's been fueling her, so... And she's... I mean, when it comes to kids, she's had a lot of problems.
She's
with
had
kids.
a lot of problems.
I mean, she murdered
really
a couple.
has. I mean, and I can see, like, with her being, like, a mother and stuff, and then her thinking, like, having the issue, like, well, if I would have just taught Sophia how to survive,
But
and
it's
then she
all-
tries to
yeah.
teach these girls how to survive,
But
and
it's
that
all
goes
trial
against
and error.
her.
See, you don't normally get the chance to try again at something, but with Carol,
Yes.
after Sophia and all these other kids keep coming around,
And, like, the
she's tried
Sam
different
situation.
She's tried different techniques
Yep.
with each one. Got a few killed a couple on purpose just to see if maybe that's the way to do it. And
Yeah.
I think now she's finally come to some kind of a balance.
Oh, for sure. I completely agree.
And using Morgan's craziness, she doesn't look quite as crazy maybe against him.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I
And
mean,
plus she understands
she's-
what he's going through. And, like, I feel like the reason she
Relatable.
went out there, it was relatable, but he went out there looking for her.
Right.
So they just had that connection.
They had each other's backs
sure.
unintentionally or
Yeah.
maybe
So,
intentionally.
Henry, I keep hitting this darn mic.
I know, I can hear it every single time.
It's so big, I don't know how you can't see it.
That's so big. So Henry, is he going to be okay? What would you guys do? Would you punish him,
No.
keep an eye on
Henry's-
him, or reward him in a way?
Henry has learned a valuable lesson on his own, I think.
With everything?
I mean,
like,
they pretty much figured he was a goner and didn't really have much chance of... Basically, they were looking for a body
Yeah.
if they stumbled across it, kind of a
I
thing.
still really like
Until
how
they
that
found
all
the
turned
stick.
out. Yeah,
No, it
because
was
when
really
the
good
stick came out,
because it was
like,
like-
you really weren't sure. Like, well, of course they're probably
Yeah.
gonna kill him off, but you really weren't sure
Is
if they
he,
were.
isn't
It's
he,
just
is
like,
he, isn't he?
yeah,
It was just a
loved it.
fun... It was a fun little...
side
trail to follow while they were doing
Yeah.
their bit, and it didn't feel like a lot of the stuff they do normally with The Walking Dead is just like it's so out of it. It just feels so out of it with the way they do it with that mushy crap.
Yeah.
But this was nice. It was still a story being told along
Yeah.
with it. So
So do you think he's gonna be okay, or do you think he's gonna like
I think he's gonna be fine. I think
have
it's-
some like mental issues?
Think back again to Carl growing up. He's been through some stuff too.
He is like the next Carl, because even when Morgan, and I have to say, like, when Morgan was walking up to him, like, oh no, he's gonna go crazy on not dead Henry. Like,
he's gonna kill him.
and then Henry, like, bless his heart, he's just like, I'm sorry. Like, then he felt
He
bad
gets
that
it.
he,
That's
yeah.
why I say he's gonna be okay.
And then
He
there was
understands.
like, yeah, but then there was like more callback dialogue, and then because Morgan was like, don't ever be sorry. Same thing that he said to Carl when Carl shot him
It's
back
all
in the
part
day.
of the Goodbye Morgan. Lots of nice little
I
throwbacks and
don't
Easter eggs.
think it was. I don't think it's just part of Goodbye Morgan, because we even had some callback between Michonne and Andrea.
It's
like
maybe
Michonne
understanding
bringing
more
up Andrea.
why he says these things.
Well, I think just with this, it just proves that they are rounding to an end. They're bringing up the past, and these characters are finally kind of coming to terms with the past and growing. Like Carol, now she's at a good spot, is past the Sophia thing. So everything with all these little callbacks and the little
way I see
things
it,
in the past is like
yeah.
they're kind of tying it up
They're
nice
definitely
to
coming
end.
to an end. There's
Yeah.
absolutely no doubt about that. And if there's a place out there that can fly a helicopter back and forth once a week that can fuel it up, then
I
there's
didn't
got to
even
be.
think about that
there's gotta
part.
be
I did not even
something
think about
big
that. There's
out
something
there.
big out there for
Yeah.
sure. So we talked about Jadis having Negan. We talked about Hilltop, and everyone's back at Hilltop, safe and sound. Rick is okay, which I have to say, it's kind of funny that like Rick was captured and then Negan was captured. Like the two most important people of this war
look-
were captured on either side, and then they're still back.
But this
like,
is why
two.
I keep saying about like with Jadis, she's managed to capture both of the strongest dudes
Oh, this is true. Yes.
in the whole show.
Yes.
Who is she?
Yes.
She has to be the ultimate badass in this
Well,
thing.
I mean, Maggie. Let's not.
Maggie's
pretty
nothing.
BA.
She can't even grow a baby. Get rid of the widow. She's boring me. Her and her bogus accent. What do you think, Tony?
Gasp.
About Maggie?
Yeah, I mean, she's not been given a lot, which is the problem with Maggie at the
Right.
moment.
I'm just saying, I think she's a really good leader, and Jadis is not better than Maggie.
That place is falling to
Jadis
pieces.
is not better than Maggie.
Jadis has her shit together. Look what she's able to accomplish.
Yeah. I do like Jadis. I'm really starting to be intrigued by her and enjoy her character, and yeah. I'm really liking her.
I'm digging it.
I'm really liking her.
As long as she doesn't make us talk funny, I could follow her. I need a wooden box, though. Not one in the ground, please.
I do have to say, another little like tidbit that I really liked, Carol and King Ezekiel holding hands.
I think I must have missed that.
So cute.
I missed that. When did that
liked
happen?
it at the very end.
I
At
missed
the
that
very
bit.
end. And, you know, we're wrapping up to the end of the episode, and Rick is reading his letter. Finally, he needs guidance from Carl, and that
Do you want me to tell you
touching.
why
So touching.
He's not read that letter yet. Because every time he tries, Michonne pops in. Oh, you don't read it? Be like, bitch, I'm trying to have a moment here.
No.
Get out of this room.
No.
It's true. Every time you try to open it, she peek in. Like, oh, what you got there? Gonna finally read that letter? You know, kill the mood.
She's just
No, I'm not
she's
reading
just
it now.
trying to help. She's doing what she's figured out Rick, and Rick's figured out her. They are perfect for each other. She's doing exactly what she needs to do
She needs to quit
make sure that
peeking around
he's
the
okay.
doorway.
Michonne's doing fine. She's a good wifey.
I feel like she's drifting.
I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. Because she's like, except for now, like, you know, Rick getting some strength from Carl's letter, but she is strong because of what Carl said to her.
Where's Father
You know what I
Gabriel
mean?
in all this?
He is at the bullet place making bullets.
So
And he is still a little sickly.
you didn't touch on that.
I'm not done yet.
Oh crap! Sorry.
We kind of bounced around on what my order of my notes were, which is totally okay. I rolled with the punches because that's what I do. And now we're kind of wrapping up a little bit. So, you know, Rick is reading his letter, which was super, super sweet. And Negan...
They didn't show what was in it though, did they yet?
No, they did not.
I'll get to that.
But it was
We're
really
gonna milk
sweet
it
watching
out
his
for
facial
another
expressions.
episode. Just keep milking Carl's death the whole time.
Why wouldn't they? I don't see it as
Carl's
being
Carl's
milking.
death's
I see it as
definitely
being
a
like
catalyst for a lot
true
of
to his
things, yeah.
character and keeping his character alive
Yeah.
because of what he's grew up on the show. Of course they're gonna drag this out a little bit with the letters.
The reason
I love how
that's
they did
why
it.
Rick hasn't read it yet, but he's holding on to the very, very absolute
Last
last
thing that he has
he'll
of his
ever
son.
get from Carl.
Yep.
Why,
Completely.
I don't want to read this yet.
So, and that was before we go into the very, very wrapping up. I have one question, especially with like you being a dad.
Oh God.
Would it have taken you that long to read it? Do you think?
It really makes a difference as to what's happening. Like, am I to believe that I'm in a zombie apocalypse?
You are Rick, but you're not Rick. You're you, but you're in Rick's position. So everything that's happened to Rick has happened to
Have
you.
I been okay?
So you're just putting yourself in Rick's situation. Would it have taken you that long? You think?
Yeah. Partially because Rick's one of them guys where he's got a plan. I can't deviate from the plan.
Yeah.
If I read this letter, it's gonna change the plan. Like, I'll have to change everything.
I can see that. Like, that's definitely Rick.
So he's
for
just
sure.
trying to get through this gosh dang plan, and he'll
Well,
team up
because
with
he just
whoever he
wants,
can to
he
get
just
it done.
wants to kill people because that's what's going to make him feel better. And like you said, he probably thinks that if he
because
does read
so
it
far-
subconsciously,
only
that
because-
Carl would like not
Yeah, but
let
so
him do
far,
that. But
Rick has, as far as he's almost concerned, the only way he's survived this long and kept Carl alive this long is by killing people and killing the people in charge. That's still his mindset. That's why he's not read the letter, because the letter says that's not how you do it anymore. It tells
Right.
you don't kill. You got to team up. Tell him he's got a big dick and move on. He probably does anyway.
So speaking of big dicks, Negan, who is in the car?
It's Dwight. It's the girl that left
thinks-
Dwight on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Or
I was
like,
thinking
or
the same thing.
You
yeah.
were?
I was kind
The girl
of
that
thinking the
survived
same
the-
thing, but the way that he talked to her or whoever it was just like. I mean, was that
Let's
how it
talk
would
about
be?
the possibilities for a while because
But
she
then
makes
again,
the most
that
sense.
could be the reason why he wants to keep things secret. But the reason he may want to keep things secret is because of the whole Simon situation. So it really could like go both ways.
Didn't he have
Go both
another-
ways as who? Who else would it be?
I don't know who else, but like not her. Like it could be her, it could not be
You,
her.
he's saying the witness to Dwight
I know
killing
that's what I'm saying.
everyone.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
What if it's Dwight's wife?
I don't think that he would have talked to her like that. I feel like.
No, I think I think it
I
makes more
think he
sense
would have.
that it's definitely the mole because when they showed the trailer for next week, he was like, "Come on, Dwight," you know. It was
Right,
like
right.
teasing
Yeah,
the
but
fact that
either
he's
way, he
got
could
dirt.
still tease that he's got dirt, even if it's Dwight's wife.
He could, but I think it still makes more sense that it's.
But I
gotta
feel like
be
those are the only two people it
Got to be
could
the,
be.
the reason she looks
This
like
is true.
shit is because she had to run off and live in the woods for days, and she
It
finally
really
made it
hasn't
back.
been that long. It's been like what, 3 days?
Okay,
Who
then
would
it's-
really look like shit
It's
is
Heath.
Sherry.
It's Heath.
It's Heath. Where's Heath?
Heath went to the same school Negan taught at. He was his pro basketball player.
I think with the way that he talked to her,
Her?
I talked to the person. I'm leaning more towards Sherry. Just because they kind
Dwight's
of seem to
wife?
have, yeah, which is actually Negan's wife. Because even when she was like still there and one of the wives,
Okay, what did he say?
they kind of had a different relationship
Yeah, she
than
was
him
more,
and the
right,
other wives.
because she
Like,
was more real with him. And she
for
was
sure,
definitely
yeah.
not. She was. There was nothing fake about her.
and she was like his favorite. I feel
because she was real with him.
yeah.
They had an understanding, and he would be surprised to see her. Moreover, one of the
And you don't really see Negan surprised. He keeps his face
right now
on
Negan's
pretty well.
mind's pretty open. He
Oh,
just
for sure, and especially with the helicopter thing. But like, even if he came across Sherry, he just seems he keeps his demeanor cool. He doesn't reveal
Because
really a whole lot in
instantly,
his face.
he's a poker face.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the poker face.
He
Yeah,
sees,
that's a good way
he
to put it.
sees whoever this person is. We're going to assume a her because they're the only two good possibilities. He sees
Or
this.
Heath.
He sees her. It's not Heath. He sees her and then realizes how he can use this to his favor to, get
But
the
then
ball
he
rolling
instantly
again.
realizes that Dwight lied.
He builds a plan
because
immediately.
Dwight told him that he did
Either
find
way,
her out there,
whatever
but she was
woman-
turned and he
right,
needed to
whatever
put her
woman
out.
this
put her
is,
down.
Dwight's screwed.
I don't think so. Dwight didn't say that, did he?
He's yeah. I think he did. He had to definitely lie about.
Oh, about
the fact.
hold on, wait, about Sherry.
About Sherry.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm kind of leaning more towards Sherry, but it's obviously one of those two. Is
See-
her or the other? I don't even know what the other girl's name is.
But Dwight also has a way out of this because he knows what's his name's plans,
Simon.
Simon's plans. He knows exactly what Simon's doing because Simon's confided in.
True.
So Bad Daryl is able to get out of this again,
Hopefully.
maybe with just another scar.
Oh
And then we'll-
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see like how Dwight is going to get out of this because, I mean, he's kind of stuck.
No, I
Like-
really feel like again Dwight. I mean, all the crap that's going on. There's a lot of dialogue about Dwight coming from both sides of the fence, and I feel like that's what's going to happen. He's going to get into a situation. It's this big showdown that's going to go down. He's going to get into a situation. I think they'll end up helping him. I think Daryl will make the right decision there when it comes to it makes sense that it has to be Daryl just because they're like night and day. They've always
Yeah.
had this beef.
And Tara's already
over
made
it.
up. Yeah, she's
Right,
over it.
Daryl's just realizing he's just he's just beefing for no reason. Same with Rick. They've got to get a new plan. So I think it's going to come to a big hurrah, and then Rick takes a bullet from Simon to protect Negan. Daryl saves Dwight. They leave us hanging. As Rick sits up against
Dun,
the
dun,
tree.
dun.
Do you think they'll leave us hanging with Rick sitting up against the tree? You don't
Heck
think we'll
yes.
get their answer for
No,
that?
when we find out why
we'll
he's
get the
injured,
we'll get the answer for why he's injured.
and then they leave him
but-
back on the tree, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, as long
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll be okay with
then
that
it
too.
continues again,
Yeah.
him on the tree, and we move
Totally.
forward.
Yeah.
The war's over, though. I feel like it is going to come to that.
Oh yeah,
at
I
least
completely
now.
agree. Yeah, the
What have we
war
got, 2
is
left?
definitely over. April 15th is the finale.
I mean, right now with Negan being back in the people are back where they need to be in order for this war, whatever, to happen. This showdown. God,
So
I
next
can't
week
wait.
is definitely the start of the showdown.
Yeah, there's gonna be
because
a big
Negan is still trying to take down
cliffhanger next week.
Hilltop. After everything, I really kind of thought he was gonna kind of come around since all of his men
Who's
were
this?
turning against him. Negan. Oceanside will be back.
Negan still
We
has to
see
keep his
Aaron.
appearance up, though.
I agree.
He's
I
gonna
agree. And he
still
still
come
has
back
his,
like
he
nothing's
still has his way of
him.
living that he does.
Right.
Like that hasn't changed his mind. But I
Right.
thought for a second, with his men turning against him, he might have changed
Negan
his
has
mind.
all the face cards
Yeah.
right now. you
Oh,
know,
for sure. Yeah.
Going in against his own team. Right now, Negan has to just get the cancer out of his team before he can keep going.
This is true.
And he's, I think, already developing
And he already
new
has a
for
plan.
that.
He's super confident.
Yeah.
I mean, when he picks
He's
up the
always got a
person,
plan.
I feel like when he picks up whoever that person is, that's him being like, okay, I'm good. Like, I got a plan. Like, this is like the cherry on the top. I'm good. We'll get this figured out.
What if...
But Oceanside is going to be back. So, you know, that tips things in our favor.
It's just popped in my head. I don't really think
Mm-hmm.
this will be the case, but what if Negan picking up the person was almost a flash forward? And he was just rescuing someone, maybe like the mullet guy. What's his name?
Eugene.
Eugene. Yeah,
Oh.
maybe they go in and
I
they
don't think
destroy
it's a
that
flash
place.
forward because that's the reason. Because when he comes up to the gate,
We don't need any more
Because I don't know if it was
distractions.
the sneak peek. It wasn't the sneak peek. It was the little. Was it the very end? Because the very end was him picking up the person, and then
Yeah.
there was like the commercial
Yeah.
between Talking Dead and
Yeah.
Walking Dead.
It's not.
And he's pulling up
it's
to
gonna
the
be one
fence.
of them
He's
two
like,
women.
"Hey, Daddy's home, but let's keep this a little secret that Daddy's home." And so whoever it is, that's why he's choosing to be a secret, like
I think he's choosing to be a secret because
of Simon.
of Simon.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
want people. He wants to keep the element of surprise. The last time
Yeah.
Negan showed back up at the base, nobody knew he was there till he walked in the room of everybody was in.
I know that was
Right.
pretty
You know?
good.
So
So I'm
he's-
excited to see his big like little reveal,
He's
like
the
his
boss
little magic
still,
trick
and
here.
if
Yeah.
he's gonna sneak in, there's only gonna be a couple of people that are gonna know
Yeah.
he's doing it. Yeah.
But yeah, so
I'm
Negan
excited
is
to
still.
see
It's gonna be great.
what he's gonna do because
it's gonna be great.
He's right now we're seeing Negan pissed off at his own people, and that's gonna be glorious to
It's gonna be
watch.
so great. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, I'm excited to see what wrath he will
Yeah,
have upon
heads
them.
will roll.
Heads will roll. So yeah, again with like the commercial, then we have Daryl and Rosita wanting to take down the Bullet Place and saying that you know.
Do you think they're gonna go through with that? They're not gonna go through with that.
I'm just wondering if
I
Eugene
think
is
so.
going to be
This is why I was
included in
thinking
that.
of Eugene. Like,
I think
if some
Eugene's
stuff
dying.
went down, is Eugene really going to die? Is he going to get away? You know, is somebody
I-
going to pick him up in a car? What do you think's going to happen?
I think Rosita's gonna kill Eugene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
She's got a pretty strong beef with him.
yeah. I think Rosita kills Eugene. They got it. You know that stops their bullets being made.
Interesting.
It's for the good of the war.
That's kind of like how the little trailer for next week was when she was like talking about pretty much what she had to do. She's like, I know what we got to do. Like that's what she has to do. She has to kill
And
the
she, I
bullet
mean,
maker.
it did say it in the dialogue. She's like, you know what we have to do? We have to take down the maker or take down the guys or
right.
said something.
She
It was in
said
the
she
dialogue.
alluded to Eugene.
Right.
She's true.
It makes
I mean,
me
this
nervous.
is it's
It
how
makes me
you,
nervous.
It's what you got to do.
I mean, in that, and like he's the
Eugene-
only one that knows how to. But
Right.
then
He's a weapon.
you have to. But then you have to assume that he has all this crew helping him, so they kind of learned it themselves.
Yeah, but
Oh, no,
Eugene is
Eugene's smart
responsible
enough-
for the weapons that are contaminated too.
Yeah, but
They-
Eugene is smart enough though to compartmentalize. He's
many
only going to
people
tell
are
these
dead
people what they need to know. He's not
because
going to
of
let them
him.
know how to
That's
actually
true.
make bullets because if other people know how to actually make the
Then
bullets,
he's
then
useless, and he's smart enough to know
Exactly.
that.
He's not
yeah,
going to
I
give up all the
completely
secrets.
agree.
It's like the KFC. Nobody still knows the damn recipe for that. How many herbs
the
and
chicken?
spices do they got in that shit? Do you know what they are? No. Do you, Tony? No. Do you know Negan's plan?
this
No.
episode is not brought to you by KFC.
Oh, I am hungry
It
though.
should be. We can just like
I am
eat a bucket
hungry.
right here.
They show food commercials all the time. You're watching Walking Dead.
I know. Next week's episode is called Worth. And basically what we just talked about, it says, with the threat of the Savior still looming, Aaron continues to search for allies. Daryl and Rosita take action and confront an old friend. So basically what we just talked about.
Eugene.
The sneak peek was Aaron, not doing so hot. Still kind of waiting for the Oceanside to come around.
Sitting outside.
Just sitting outside. Looks like he's starving and like needing major water. And then he gets taken down by a walker. Unfortunately, but I'm sure he's gonna be okay. Not too worried about him. And can take care of himself. Or what's your face will just come and save him.
Right.
Deus Ex Machina. Right. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Sex what?
Deus Ex Machina. I like that word because it has sex in it.
It doesn't have sex in it.
What?
It does now.
It's Deus.
Oh, dang
X.
it. Deus what?
If you say
X
it fast,
is one
it
word.
has sex in it.
Deus Ex Machina.
Whatever.
Okay, so Red Machete, I still enjoy them, but I really thought that chick was dead.
Who?
The Red Machete thing.
Which chick? The chick that had
From
it?
like the very beginning. Yeah.
She got away.
I don't remember
Well,
that
she had a
part. I'm gonna have to
sister.
go back, and the sister died and she
Yeah,
got away.
she had
And
a
then the
sister.
dad died.
Right. She's the survivor.
Survivor. And the Ultimate Walking Dead fan was not me.
Were you even on it?
I'm just kidding. No,
Did they
I wasn't
show
on
any
there.
of the other
no,
people?
but I'm really happy for the one that they did chose. It was this really cute, used to be pregnant lady. She submitted last year when she was pregnant.
Used to be pregnant lady.
Used to be pregnant
You
lady.
used to be a pregnant lady.
She submitted last year when she was pregnant, and so they showed that,
Was
which
it
was
you?
super
Was it
cute.
you though? Did you win?
No, it was not me.
I don't
and
care
then
then.
this is what that's what I'm talking about. That's who they picked.
Don't care.
And now the baby is up, and she says she's a walker, which I thought was cute.
Everybody's
and she named
baby
her
walks,
Maggie.
Rebecca.
And I guess like the show like brought her and her stepdad like together, and I think she's adorable, and I'm very happy for her. I don't remember what her name is
Into a
though.
30-second video.
I guess so. Well, no, she talked about like, because they asked her, because they Skyped her in.
Oh,
like, so
they
what
got
does
more.
Walking Dead mean to you? So she was able to talk about it. But I thought it was
How
cute.
would you handle that though? If that happened to you, would you be good?
I would.
Staring at that couch.
I really don't know. The impression that I got was she couldn't see anybody because she was on the phone. So like she's talking to them on the phone, and we could just see her. So that I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know. I was in the same room as like part of the cast from Walking
be
Dead,
like-
and I still freaked out and
I'd be
cried. So I
scared.
really don't know how
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'd be scared
handle
I
it.
had a booger or something. Would that be awful?
Well, I'm like constantly messing with my nose ring. So like I would like try my heart. Well, I guess they wouldn't see. Oh, they would see me because they're Skyping in. She's Skyping in.
Totally.
It would be hard for me not to mess with that,
All
like
eyes
I
on
do
you.
on this show. But you know, whatever. Because it's always like people probably think I'm picking my nose. I am not. I am messing with my nose ring.
She's picking her nose.
But yeah, and it was just like it was really cool because the caller that gets to ask the question was from Noblesville, Indiana.
Yeah, they must like
That
Indiana.
was so cool. Well, the girl that got the Ultimate Walking Dead fan, she's from Illinois. And then the person that, like, from the audience to come up and get to do a question was Kari Payton, who was just sitting out there in the audience.
Hanging
like,
out.
I thought that was kind of cool. It just
saw
makes
that.
me love Walking Dead that much more. I just love it. So yeah, April 15th is the season finale. We have two more. Is that
Yeah.
right? Am
Yeah.
I doing that right?
Yeah.
Is that Matt?
2 more.
2 more, guys.
April 1st. Yeah, 2 more.
Holy crap! I can't contain myself. 2 more. This is getting too much. Are we going live after the show on the 15th? Sunday? What are we doing, Tony? Are we going live?
Huh?
What are we doing?
I thought we were doing something with Jonathan.
That's Monday.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's Monday.
Are we
It's up
going-
to you guys. We were talking about after the season finale going live right after, so that could be fun.
What do you guys want? You could tell us. That's how
I do like to sleep though, so there's that. But
Yeah, me too. I work Monday. And I'll talk a lot about it. You know I will.
What about
cool,
why
though.
won't you sleep Monday?
I work Monday.
he's saying he'll be up really late and then he has to go to work the next day.
Gotcha.
2 a.m. going home, going crap.
Well, then I guess we will let you guys know.
Yep.
Other
I'm down.
than that, I loved this episode.
Just having a
and-
meeting live on air.
Well, I figured it would be a yes or a no. I didn't know it was going to be like a, not sure.
Is it ever a yes or a no?
I don't know, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes we got our shit together.
What have you been working on, Rebecca?
I have been working on Midwest Action Fest stuff.
Oh my gosh, me too. We finally have all of our movies.
Yes.
We can't say what they are yet.
No, we cannot. But I'm telling you, like, it's freaking good, guys.
Oh, we have some really good stuff.
So, not only are we, like, showcasing independent short and feature films, which are, like, action, comedy, adventure, but there's going to be a cosplay contest. There's going to be some of the filmmakers there so you can ask questions. There's going to be vendors and food and drinks and wrestlers and tattoos and hair and a concert. And it's free record store day at the record farm next door. And, like...
Rebecca, did you say cosplay?
Cosplay!
Contest.
I did. Cosplay
Cash money.
contest.
Cash money.
Cash moolah for a price. Like, seriously. And like what? It's like $7.50 for a day, $15 for the two.
Yeah, really though. Lots
Like,
of
you
good
can't
movies.
beat that price. And it's gonna be so fun. And then you get to like talk to us in person.
Where's that at, Rebecca?
It is at the State Theater in Logansport, Indiana.
When is it?
April 20th and 21st.
420.
420. I mean, there's not a reason that it's on 420.
No, it's
right?
just a nice
It's
number.
It's
Nice
a comedy festival.
Comedy Fest.
Comedy festival.
420.
What do you guys got going on?
Oh, pretty much that. And then, yeah, we got a movie shoot coming up for Kill Dolly Kill.
Which, if you guys were here at the beginning of the episode, you saw the awesome teaser trailer that Tony Walters made.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, it's so good.
Music from the soundtrack,
Yeah.
written by Tom Commissar.
So, Kill, Dolly 2, it's a slasher rock musical, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Slasher rock musical.
Oh, sounds
Heidi
awesome.
Moore's directing. It's going to be distributed through Troma Entertainment. So, yeah.
Big
Just
stuff.
got to film the other half of that.
Yeah,
in a
because we're
couple
in
of
Vegas
weeks.
for the first half of that, so
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
HMMfilms.com. What you got going on, Tony?
Pretty much what you guys just said. Action Fest, Kill Dolly Kill, edited that trailer, and shot that movie too. Director of photography. Right?
It's beautiful,
Yeah.
man.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it. You can follow us at youtube.com/radentertainment. You can follow me at radentertain on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. Yes, and links for tickets for Midwest Action Fest are in the description below. At least they will be. They're not there right now, but they will be.
Can they see us?
They can now.
Oh, God.
They couldn't.
Way to go. What were you doing? Picking your nose?
Well, I was like doing weird stuff. I was like, this is probably pointless because they can't see me anyway.
Yeah. All right, well. On that note, we'll see you guys next week right here on Spoiling Dead.